Welcome to the Rusted Garden. These are my sunken container cucumbers, and they're very yellow, dried around the edges. I was on vacation for a week. I think they didn't get watered regularly, with the thought being that they were in the ground, but they do need water regularly even though they're in containers. So what I'm going to do is clean up the plants. You can see a yellowing cucumber I picked off. That's a cucumber that's been on the vine too long. In there, a couple more cucumbers I'm going to remove. Some dead leaves I'll take out. But I'm going to give this plant a lot of water, some Epsom salts just in case it's a yellowing due to magnesium. However, I did that about 3 weeks ago, so that shouldn't be the issue. But I'm going to give it a lot of fertilizer too, because cucumbers are heavy feeders. Here are the container cucumbers, pruned out a bit. I took off the worst looking leaves and, just piled them there. And what I did was gave them a good drink of water, liquid fertilizer. I'm going to hold off on the Epsom salt because I did that a couple weeks ago. I don't think that's the problem. So we'll see how things go in about a week to see if the fertilizing, the regular watering, revives this cucumber plant. There are a lot of cucumbers forming. Some of them are yellowing and dying out, but I really think it was the 100-degree heat. I haven't been here for a week, and I don't think they were regularly watered. Welcome to the Rusted Garden. This is the cucumber plant about 12 to 14 days later. When I got back from vacation, the plant looked beat up. It wasn't as green as it is right now. It was lighter green for the healthier looking leaves. The sick looking leaves are in there. They were really yellow, beat up even more. And what I thought is it was the heat wave. We had 100-degree weather for the week that I was away. The plant didn't get as much water as it needed, and it really looked beat up. But rather than giving up on it, I treated it with liquid fertilizer, just a little bit more Epsom salts, although I didn't think the yellowing was from that. But cucumbers are heavy feeders, and I just wanted to show you what happens to a cucumber plant if you give it some extra fertilizer, take care of it, don't quit on it. It really came back nicely. The top leaves are really green. There's lots of flowers. The plant is growing. There's vines everywhere. And if you look in there, there's a lot of 3-inch cucumbers that actually can come out. On top of that, there's another cucumber. Here's another one, and this is my 3-inch cucumber plant. I'm just going to take these off because the top is doing so well. I'm sure there's another cucumber down there. The other thing you want to do is you want to pick your fruit, your vegetables pretty regularly, because the plant will produce more fruit. What happens if you leave cucumbers on too long? Here's the 11-inch cucumbers. If you leave the cucumbers on too long, the plant starts going into seed production, and it does slow down a little bit. Let's see what else. There's another cucumber. But while I'm looking through here, I notice a lot more cucumbers are growing. Again, here's the top of the plant. It looks really healthy. So if your cucumbers look yellow or they look beat up from the heat, one thing is to consider, as I talked about before, is using some magnesium sulfate or Epsom salt, and that will put magnesium into the soil. That's a regular cause for yellowing for a lot of plants, just the lack of that in the soil. The other thing to keep in mind are cucumbers are really heavy feeders, and when you plant them to start with, you really want to put in a lot of composted manure, compost, and really create a rich growing bed for the plant. Once the plants are growing in the heat of the summer, if the cucumber vines are really growing like this one was, you really have to use liquid fertilizer regularly or the plant will yellow out. If you enjoyed this video, please check out my blog at www.therustedgarden.blogspot.com and check out my YouTube video channel. I have about 50 garden videos right now, and I'm starting to add recipe videos in with those. Thanks.